Garden. If you're new here, my name is Karla, and this is my garden. It's how I feed my family and hopefully share a little wisdom to you guys. So it's very cold out here today, so I just want to quickly show you what's going on because it's the first start of the year and it's time to get going. So here we go. Okay, so here is the chicken run that I built. I forgot to turn the camera on, so I'll put up a picture of what it looked like before. But as you can see now, the run for the young girls and the run for the older girls is the same size. Let me get around the front here so you can see better. Okay, so I will get some some cable ties or something to tighten the top. But for right now, that's our young rooster, and he just makes a lot of noise all the time. I'm trying to become more self-sufficient in our eggs, but right now he's taking some getting used to because he's very loud. And he does it every few seconds. But maybe that's because he's young. But anyway, as you can see, the run has gotten larger. It's taller now, so I can walk through it, and it is the same size with this one over here where the older hens are. My intent, it's supposed to really start raining, so this will be a while, but if you can see way back there past all those trees, there is a smaller run. I hope you can see that. It's all overgrown back there right now, but that's where the ducks will be. And so I'll grab onto this pole here, this post, and go all the way across and grab that fence. I may need to put another post somewhere, but then all three runs will be the same size and the same height. This fence will go all the way around the yard, past these banana trees, and close us off here through the alley. Here is it was a sinkhole that Daddy dug years ago when he was fixing the pipes, and he mounded it up over here, so it created a big hole here. The last year I've been putting banana plants and all kind of roughage down in there, and now it's full enough, but I need for it to die back some, so I covered it with this tarp, hoping that the biggest majority of it will die and sink down, and then I'll just put some compost and on top and start growing something small in it, like I don't know, beets or carrots or something that won't go down too deep at first, because I'm not sure if all of that is going to compost. I'm hoping it will, and it won't be so hot, but we'll have to see. This is our old chicken run that I have put in a lot of videos, and it has really started falling apart. So I have to get back here and tear it down, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this space because there's a lot of sand down in there. I had the smart idea to put sand, and so now I don't know how fertile it's going to be, but I probably can get a lot of compost and mixed in there, But first, I have to tear this whole structure down and save what wiring and stuff that I can. But it's going to be a job, so I don't know if I'm going to show that on camera. I may. All of this pathway, all this grass and weeds, all of this is going to go. I started laying down cardboard the day before yesterday, and I ran out and putting chicken bedding on it from the when I clean out the chicken house. I have more bedding, but I need to get more cardboard. And so over this winter, this is my main project, to get all of this grass killed and restructure it all together. Because I need to put a shade house back here and run pipes and a lot of stuff. I'm just going to totally redo this whole area. But right now I still have veggies growing. Right here is a lot of mustards and onions, and there's some Swiss chard. It's still very small, but there's 2 rows of it. And so I think I'm going to put some bricks here so that when I come to see about the chickens, this will be a pathway. But I got a lot of restructuring to do. I'm not really sure yet. I'm sorry about all the wild birds, but we have bad weather coming, and I think they're all trying to decide what they're going to do in this bad weather. Back there, where you see all those sticks, that's my Jerusalem artichoke bed. It will stay there. Right, this strip here, where the deal starts, all the way back, all of this is going to just be flowers and different perennials, but pretty things. And then right here, where you see the dark soil, from there over will be where the greenhouse is. Well, where it starts, I keep saying greenhouse, but I actually mean a shade house. We'll start here and go all the way back to where you see that blue swimming pool, and all the way across to where these mustards are. And then here in this bed, that's our fig tree. And so I'm going to cut a lot of the side branches off so that I can fit that fig tree into a cage, because the birds are horrible, and I'm not getting as many figs as I would like to get. But from there, if we look down, all of this is a bed, and I'm going to leave it a bed and let it go all the way over until where those boards are. That last board is the end of my property, and so it'll run the length of the driveway. That bench and all that is going to be moved. If you see here, I've laid down bedding and I'm killing this grass. We're going to go all the way back to the alley, and that is not mine. Most of that belongs to the property next door, but where it touches our line, I'm going to try to kill most of that. But right now we have just a few vegetables growing. This is daikon radish. There's still a few lettuce greens here that I need to give some love to. I need to do some serious feeding. And then here we have all of these are little seedlings that I just put in. And this is just a small piece of garden that is mainly for the chickens to get the greens. Now the daikon radish, I feed them the greens and we eat the bottoms. And then there's mustard greens and some more dill, and everything is really patchy right now because this was so covered in weeds, and I'm trying to kill it off so that by the end of January, by the end of this month, I can hopefully start building the shade house that I'm going to use. I need to come out and clear out this lemongrass. But tomorrow, it's really cold out here right now, and tomorrow we're supposed to have 80% chance of rain. So this is just a quick video just to come out, because I haven't put up a video in a while. There's some more lemongrass that looks really rough, that I'll probably just cut the tops off of it and mulch it so that it'll survive the winter. If we come back around over here, I have a small patch of red mustard here that needs thinning, and I'll probably do that after all this rain passes. Okay, so on this side of the little greenhouse, I have a small garden going here, and I got some cilantro and some onion right there, some red mustard here, and then I have this papaya tree. It's very young. I need to put some more mulch around the bottom, and hopefully the roots will survive. I've been told they will resprout if the roots survive, so I need to get that done. Here is a patch of radishes. It's a mixture of radishes. I'm mainly growing it to have greens for the chickens. Over here I have 4 more papaya trees that I'm hoping will survive the winter. Well, there's actually 5 there. I mulched them, but I think I'm going to mulch them a little bit deeper to give the roots the best chance of surviving. It was flowering, so hopefully we won't have such a harsh winter this year and they'll survive. This is a small patch of carrots. I haven't grown a lot of carrots this year, well, last year, so I'm hoping these take, but we'll see. Here's some more daikon radish, and all of this area is going to be removed. I'm going to grab onto this fence back there and go all the way across to where these rosella plants are and make a fruit cage here. And I will do my best to show most of that at the time that I start working on it. But as you can see, I've started killing all this grass, and I'm just putting chicken bedding down everywhere to try to fertilize the ground. And all of those canna lilies are going to come out of there except for one row, and I'll put something down so that it can't keep sprouting inwards, because this is a bed that I want to utilize for food. And here are a few sweet peas. I need to sow way more sweet peas. I have them in 3 or 4 places, but I think I started them too early and they're not doing very well. I believe that these are kale. No, well, these are kale here. There, that row is kale. I'm not really sure what these are, but right now they're not doing very well. And then here is my Thai eggplant. These plants usually die back, but if we don't have too harsh of a winter, they will regrow. They're still trying to flower, but they're going to die back, and hopefully they'll regrow. And then here I have a little patch of Swiss chard and some mustard greens, and it's just a hodgepodge of plants here because I'm mainly just trying to keep the ground healthy until I start revamping everything. There's some more Swiss chard and a few mustard greens and the last bit of the eggplant. I don't expect those eggplants, that's the Rosicchio, I think it is. I forget the name of it, but I don't expect them to survive the cold, but they may, so we'll just see. And then here, this is an old ice box that I'm hoping to turn into a wormery, and I have to take a lot of the parts out of it and put some holes in it and do a little research on the right way to do that. But as I get that done, I'll show that as well. Okay, as you can see here, I have a frame up of what will be a grow out house or a shade tunnel this growing season. Tomorrow, if the weather holds up, because it's been very cold, I will finish putting the skin on it, the covering, and close off the door and get it leveled, because right now it's not level. If you look right there, you can see a big gap under the bottom. Let me zoom in so you can see better. It's a good sized gap there running across. And the main reason I'm doing this is to try to keep the bugs down off of the tomatoes and, well, all of the vegetables, but mainly the tomatoes and the more delicate vegetables. I don't know if I'm going to keep this toilet because the plants I put in it did not fill it out the way I wanted it to, so I got to rethink that. But I will keep this cactus area here because it's close to the chicken house, and I just don't want to put any edible plants there right now anyway. And all of this garden it needs to be reworked, but the main thing I'm going to do next is the fig tree. I've already cut the branches from this side. You can see it's a smooth way through here, and you see I cut it there and there and there to get those big branches out of the way. And I need to cut the top, trim the top off, because I want to try to put another structure like that over here and turn it into a fruit cage.